for this piano tutorial, we'll be learning the song So Will I by Hillsong Worship. And let's learn this song in B flat. I heard a version by Osby Berry. I think it's really popular, so let's learn it in that key. And this song starts off with 3 chords, all right? And basically what I'll be doing is showing you guys different extensions, different voicings, or even some substitutions here and there. So the first chord is the 4, which is E flat. The second chord is a 6, which is a G minor. And the third chord is an F, which is the 5 or F major, right? So for that first chord, which is a E flat, let's change up that voicing slightly, all right? So let's play it with a different color, a major 9 voicing. And here what I'm basically doing is, the way that I think about this chord is I separate it into 2 chords. I'm playing a G minor in my right hand, and then I'm simply playing a E flat in the left hand, all right? And for my bass, usually what I do is play the root, the 5th, and the octave. And I basically combine these 2 and I get a major 7th. If I want to make it a major 9th, I use my thumb and add that F right there. So that's the first chord. Then for the 6, like I said, was a G minor. And again, let's change it up a bit. Let's, instead of playing a G minor like this, let's just change that right hand into a B flat major. And that makes it a G minor 7th chord, all right? So first chord, second chord, then the third chord, which is the 5 or the F. We have 2 options. We can either play an F major with an attitude, which is just this G note right here, like this, or we can do a 1 chord, which is B flat, but with a different voicing. It's like if we were combining a B flat with an F major. So it would be something like this. Alright, so F major, usually in this second inversion, to maintain that melody. And the left hand just plays a B flat 5th with the octave. Alright, so all together, God of creation, there at the start, before the beginning of time. That just repeats. You can change up the inversions if you want to give it a different feel with no point of reference. Now this chord is still an E flat major, E flat major 9, right? I just changed up the voicing. The way that I think about changing up the voicings is thinking in terms of the inversions of the chords that I'm playing. Remember that I said I'm playing a E flat with a G minor in my right hand, or a E flat with a G minor. Basically what I did was switch up that G minor inversion and play it maybe over here, you see? So this G minor over here, and it gives it a different sound. And again, I like to add different notes. All these notes are part of the scale, so they work out. So it repeats. And then it goes into the next verse, which says, and as you speak. So it goes into the 1. And here, what I like to do is give it sort of a low frequency type sound. So I go down to the left side of the piano, and as you speak, and I land on this chord. It's just a B flat towards the left side of the piano. And a melody that I like to use is, alright, so B flat, F, E flat, and then a grace note from C to D. So, and then my left hand lands at the same time as I play that D. And as you speak, alright, 100. Right here, what I'm playing is a 3 chord, but again, it's basically a 1/3. And that's the way that I voice it. 100 billion galaxies are born. So we started on the 1, then went to the 3, 100 billion, then a 6. And this 6 is voiced completely different than just a G minor, right? The way that I'm playing it is my left hand, instead of playing the first root and octave, I switch that octave for a minor 7th. Right? So, or a dominant 7th. And then my right hand, again, I'm doing that B flat. But now I think of adding different extensions to the B flat alone. So I make it a B flat major 7th. Something like this. And I voice it in this inversion because I like the way this cluster sounds in combination with the left hand. See? Sort of smooths it out, right? And as you speak, 100 billion galaxies are born. And then we're back to that 5 chord, which is an F major. In the vapor of your breath. Again, back to that 3. In the vapor of your breath, planets form. Then we're in that 4. Again, different voicings. Again, E flat major, left hand, G minor, right hand. But in this case, I added the minor 7th, which is the F, only to fill up the chord a little bit more. So 100 billion galaxies are born. In the vapor of your breath, the planets form. If the stars were made to worship, so will I. So that last progression is a 6, 4, and then 1. But we can do something to that progression to make it sound, I guess, a little bit more melodic. We can do 6, 1, 4. And then go back to the 1. So will I. Once again, 6, 1, 4, and then we're back to the 1. Alright? And basically this repeats throughout the whole song until the part that it goes, if the stars were made to worship, so will I. And that's just repeating that original progression from the beginning. And here we can do the same thing. We can do the 6 to the 1, and then back to the 4, or we can do the 6 to the 5 and then the 4. Alright, so now what I'll do is basically play through the whole song so you can get a better gist of what it sounds like.